Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today. Some few days ago, Wike took out time to explain the things he did to ensure that Fubara gets into the position of a governor. According to him, he says that he consulted with the Ogonis and other ethnic groups who were eager to take over the position of leadership as governor of Rivers State come 2023, but he had to do a lot of homework to ensure that he secures the position for Fubara. And, all of that was to uncover the fact that he regretted why he chose Fubara to be the governor of the state, which already we know the crisis going on between him and Fubara. And shockingly, this has triggered some political heavyweights in these ethnic groups to come after Fubara. Right now, the issue of 2027 is their target. And we want to be looking at exactly what the move that they have taken to ensure that they kick out Fubara. And this is quite troubling, I must say, especially for Fubara's supporters. Now, according to the news, the political heavyweights and other stakeholders from the Ogoni and Oyibo ethnic extraction in Rivers State held a crucial meeting at the weekend and resolved to produce the replacement of the state governor, similarly Fubara, in 2027. The event, which was held under the auspices of Ogoni Oyibo People's Assembly at Tai, had prominent politicians across party lines: Senator Barinada Bigi, Senator Magnus Abe, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, and Chief Victor Giadom, among others, in attendance. The result that the two ethnic nationalities which falls under the same senatorial district must remain united to produce Fubara's replacement in 2027. As part of their resolution after the meeting, they call on major parties to consider Ogoni Oyibo for governorship, as most of the leaders took their turns to condemn some of the action of the governor. The leaders commended the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, for uniting Ogoni and Oyibo politically and call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to prepare for a second term in 2027. Reading their communique after the meeting, Senator Mbigi said Ogoni and Oyibo People's Assembly expressed gratitude to God Almighty for a successful assembly, loyalty, gratitude, and support to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to him, he says, we also affirm complete faith, loyalty, and commendation to the Minister of the FCT, Chief Nyesom Wike, not only as our leader in Rivers State, but as the extraordinary unparalleled achiever in public service, both as Governor of Rivers State and as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. The People's Assembly as an organization will educate itself along the lines of sister organizations such as Kagote, Mosob, Ofalaru, Eleme, Asa, Ndoki, Progressive, etc. for the pursuit of our political and economic freedom and advancement. This assembly recalls that at the end of the tenure of Nyesom Wike as governor, he directed that his successor should come from the Rivers Southeast Senatorial District. This was indeed the right thing to do, as it was the only senatorial district that is yet to produce governor of Rivers State since its creation. He chose Fubara of Bubu as governor, despite it being the smallest local government in the district. In our usual loyalty for the party's position and the decision of our leader, we allow it to pull through. The battle to secure victory for Fubara was difficult, as he was seen as a non-Ijaw, semi-Ijaw. It is ironic, but we accept the fact that those who oppose and vote against him, Fubara, that he is unworthy and unfit, are today his friends, while those of us who work tirelessly for his hard-earned victory under the leadership of the FCT minister are now and ever his enemies, his worst enemies. The assembly told Chief Edwin Clark that the Ogoni and Oyibo people were totally committed to whatever thing that had to do with the minister of the FCT, and at no point in time should he address the minister negatively, because he was never in support of Fubara at the initial time. The stakeholder says The year the leaders of Rivers State have tried to unite our people in spite of our ethnic fault lines, but no one more than Clark sees anything outside Ijaw. He criticized Fubara as not Ijaw at night, but once the problem between the governor Fubara and Minister Wike started, Fubara suddenly became an acceptable Ijaw to Clark. For Clark, the interest of other ethnic groups doesn't matter but only the Ijaws. It is important to mention that we are the Ogonis and Oyigbos, and we are one of the largest ethnic groups in Rivers State, perhaps second or the most outstanding after the Ikweres. We voted for an Ijaw man to be governor, only to be condemned by this Ijaw leader. We are asking Chief Clark to most respectfully withdraw any form of hatred and insulting words against our leader and minister of FCT immediately. We have, out of respect for his age and person, restrained ourselves from joining issues with him. There are issues in Delta, his home state, that requires his attention. His obsession and rudeness in Rivers State affairs has divided us and cut us apart and kind of consciously threatening our peace. Please, this is good enough time for him to put his energies on his legacy and attend to his unfatherly behavior. His ignoble act has spoiled characters like Honorable Ugochi Yerimo and Chief Dan Ayawu, among others. These individuals are conflict merchants and rent seekers with no rules in their own state. Their easy or least access to River State resources has made intrusion into our face irresistible. Like Clark, they will pick on Wike and say the most outrageous things on national TV in order to get the little they seek from River State. They do no fact check or consider the gravity of the attention-seeking media appearance of those false allegations against Wike or others. The stakeholders declared their support for the 27 lawmakers led by Speaker Martin Amowale, describing them as authentic and the only recognized members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. They said, we also stand with the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. We also stand with the decision of the Supreme Court that CTCs are unlawful. We are disturbed by the continuous disbursement of funds to caretakers committee, which constitute one of the most wasteful expenditure of our time. A time will come when all these funds will definitely be demanded. While from time to time we shall speak further on contemporary issues, we wish to believe that the Ogonis and Oyigbos will no longer stand by and be helpless in fighting for our interests. For us, our time has come and our time is now. Our time is fight for the education of our children, our time to pursue the right of our people to create opportunities to empower our youths and women and create the environment for our people to actualize their innate potential. This is our moment. This is our time. We demand our right to seek the highest office in our state. It is time to ensure that the next governor of Rivers State is from our zone. It is only if and working with the Ikweres, the people of Rashi, Eche, Ijaw of Rivers State and others, we shall prevail, we shall win. They make so many comments here, and but interestingly, based on what we have seen, excuse me, it clearly points to the fact that these guys have rallied around as a result of the statement that was made by the FCT minister. Even Chief Victor Gyadom, the South Deputy National Chairman of APC, had also spoken up, and in his speech he thanked Wike for the peace and unity of purpose by uniting the entire Ogoni and Oyibo politically. He said that the last time a major political party in the country gave an Ogoni stroke Oyibo man opportunity was in 1983 in the person of Chief Kemte Gyadom on the platform of NPP. On his part, Senator Olaka Nwogu maintained that Chief Wike would continue to be the political leader of Rivers and queried the destruction of properties at the venue of a peaceful assembly which ought to have held at Eleme by hoodlums. Senator Magnus Abe advised everyone to embrace peace and unity, noting that it was the only way to achieve their dream. This is really serious, I must say. But however, some other persons have spoken up to Fubara that there is no need for any iota of fear. This was expected, and I feel that Wike, being a politician, knew what to do to ensure that he triggers the people against him. But the big question is, even Wike during his time, he made one or two political enemies who, if they are given an opportunity to lead, will come after him. Don't forget that there are a lot of things that had happened. Fubara had looked at, before Wike to make Fubara a choice, he had looked at his disposition. He saw that this is the only man, if he enters, will not bring any harm to him. So let's keep seeing how the ball is rolling. With time, everything will play out. But I'm so sure that even Wike, he must be careful how he trades, because some of those who he subdued to put Fubara, most of them have his name in their revenge list. And who knows what will happen in future. We'd like to leave it there. Let's be in our comment section and talk.